Yo, partner number day 14 of the boot camp. You know what that means? That means you made it 2 weeks of the boot camp. It means I made it 2 weeks of the boot camp. And as y'all can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be taking care of how to find your sound. Say it with me, how to find your sound. All that also. But yeah, as y'all already said, your sound. So I'll tell you my personal favorite method. Probably the only method. I'll tell you the second sucky method afterwards. But this is my personal favorite method. If you listen to Spotify, W and L. Alright? Because I'm not using Spotify. Spotify do not ban me. Your Spotify is looking mad different right now. As you guys can tell. If y'all know, y'all know. I can't say what. I think most of y'all already know what. So if you have Spotify, it don't matter what. All I want y'all to know is go to your like song. If you guys don't use Spotify, use SoundCloud, iTunes, Apple Music, Deezer, freaking, I don't know, these nuts. Listen, go to your like song and see what you got up in here. Now the total part is for me on Spotify, it pretty much does most of the work for me. Pop rap, I see rap. Fast, what is rap? Most likely another rap. Freaking rap. New age, I still see a lot of rap up in here, so we just not gonna waste time. Hip hop, basically rap. New wave of what, bro? Are we just showing underground artists up in here? Pretty much. So that's pretty much rap. Trap, just trap rap, you know, T-rap. Hip hop and alternative hip hop. Pretty much the underground stuff. And pump up. I have no idea what pump up is. But there you go. So with that being said, rap. So we already know I listen to a lot of rap. Most likely, we're gonna be making stuff that you really like. Now let's do like one of those people that be dressing up all emo, and then when y'all do your painting, y'all making freaking La La Land girl type paintings type of deal. Then that's a whole different story. All right, that's for you to find out what you want to make. So number one rule is, what do you want to be remembered as? If you don't know, that's a little too big. All right, let me give you something smaller because you're freaking tight right now. Pause. Listen, what you have to do is think, okay, what do I want to make? How about that? What do I want to make? If you're not sure, bro, just make anything at this point, bro. You should already have an idea of what you want to make. Most of y'all should. If y'all don't, start listening to more music, bro. And then you're most likely going to figure out what you like or what you want to make. So, I can't play most of these songs on here because they're copyrighted. But let's give my own music because I shouldn't be the one copyrighting my own music. So let's start with dissecting my sounds and what commonality do I have. Let's start with my older music because a lot of my older music is completely different than how I make music now. Alright, this is more solidified when I first started, what type of music I was listening to, what type of music you guys know. Just to show you guys proof that you're always not going to sound the same as you did when you first started. So, first we have right here, first song. Let's do this. Sounds like melodic already. Let's skip a little bit. I think you already know who I was inspired with for this song. Let's go to the next one. Not bad. Still kind of melodic. Through the boulevard, I'll find the mistress. Yes, she's saying that she's alright. Yeah, you already see a commonality here. Let me just explain it with you if you guys don't know what's the commonality here. Back in that time, bro, I was a heavy Juice WRLD fan. And y'all know me. I do a really good Juice WRLD impression. I mean, before I make something dark joke. Basically, there you guys have Juice WRLD impersonation, right? Most of you guys are going to start off being a clown and impersonating somebody else. So let's move on to my next music. Here. So we're just dissecting the sound as well. I'm distorted right now. Weird perks going on, like drum sound. An acoustic bass. Singing. The vocals are very doubled, so some sort of effect on the voice. So the drums are simple. It just the kick, you hear a little bit of the acoustic bass, the hi-hat going tick, 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 something simple. I do hear like a reverse, like a reverse hi-hat or a reverse snare, open hat. My dad, I think it's a reverse open hat. Reverse open hat, basically. We know that bro likes to do a little bit of that. Bro, I'm talking about me. Then we go on to Tuesday. They still got some sort of bass, obviously. Drum's pretty simple right now. Yeah, very sad feeling, I would say.
Yeah, right to just depends on what you say. Yeah, but y'all be mad cause I'm here to stay. I don't really care what you gotta say.
So as of right now, what are we hearing so far with these two songs? Cause this song, I would say, were like my learning how to make music songs. To be honest, I even thought of removing these because these aren't like music that I still want to keep up. But I'll leave them up because not on cat. Most of you guys love these songs. That if you guys been listening to my music. So with these two, we hear like something more heavy, a little bit darker. And even with this one, it sounds like kind of like spooky. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like distorted, like ooh, you know, something like that. This one kind of gives that same vibe, but different. Instead of distorted, it's more like sad. And melancholy, you know, melancholy, something like that. So let's move on to the next one. So we start with the dog. I can hear this is gonna be more like a ragey song, most likely. That's how the pet, that's how the sample. Distorted. So as of right now, I'm using a voice like versus the other songs. Like I think these two were like just a style. We had this song. And actually, if we listen to later the song, right here, see it? So we see that I like to do a little bit of falsetto. I don't think it's a good falsetto, but this one, it have no falsetto, but I think that this one does have a falsetto. Alright, alright, so it seems like so far, Shadestaken has two songs where he just changes his voice from la 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 so something like that. So two songs is falsetto already. Most of the songs have some sort of like melancholy feel or like angry, sad, nothing like do 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 do. So far, you know, that makes sense. So let's move on to the next one. It's something simple. It's definitely not like do 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 happy. This is a little bit more calmer, happy. Okay, I would say this is like your classic regular trap song. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too ambient. It sounds thin, I would say, but it's kind of like giving that vibe. Like, how would you explain? It's kind of giving like that vibe. I would say it's like a step down, turn down from this. Instead of angry, it's like we're explaining a story. So far, let's see. We have two commonalities, voice changes, melancholy. This one doesn't really fit it, but it's still pretty good. Let's move on to the next one. And this one's actually simple. Not simple. This one is a sample. This one is a sample right here. I can't play the whole thing, but we're here. Okay. Sample. Let's skip a little bit. The drums, the sound of the voice is just singing right now. So let's move on to the next one. And those again was that melancholy, like setting the tone in the beginning. There's not a lot of drums, just soft. And then singing. A lot of repetition of So right now, I hear the perks are doing most of the lifting, and whoa, like brum, 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 right? Hear that? I think the other song, like this one, had like the sound in the beginning, like the motorcycle. This one doesn't really have it, but kind of just like that. It's a similar vibe, just a bit different. We go on to the next one. I'm trying to hear those. the wall again. Alright, let's see.
I know you fell in love.
You hear that like a real like sound?
You be
In
acting
background?
like you did it. You denied everything, but you feel
Listen to the instrument as well.
Don't lie to me. I be in your mind every
Ignore
time.
the voice, does it?
I just when your mind's out of time, baby. I know that I'm not the one, but I can try, baby. Yeah, don't forget, I was the only one. Never mind, you was missing another
And
one.
then we can stop right there. We hear a lot of ooh, sound like in the background, right? That little extra sounds. So as of now, we know, okay, if this was only the music I have, you can say, all right, in the beginning, he's inspired by Juice WRLD. He seems like he likes some bit of distortion, because Off-White adds distortion a little bit. I Don't Like You is very distorted, heavy bass. Tuesday also have a bit of a bass.
Ooh.
If we go to first, third bass, we start off with the tong, tong, tong. Kind of like the 4-step, right? Tong, 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 tong. If you guys know Pharrell music, he does that a lot, which not something I did on purpose because of Pharrell, but sounds good. So tong, tong, tong. I like a sample. Like, you know, when you use a sample, you kind of loop that sample, right? Repetitiveness, that's a lot of things I'm saying right now. So let's go to the next song. Dong,
I
dong,
don't want you
dong.
back. I don't want you
The
back.
instrument's pretty repetitive already.
I don't want you back.
Listen to the voice as well. I just want you back. Alright, really said want you back like how many times already? Yes, it is.
I don't want you back.
1 time,
I don't want you back.
2 times,
I don't want you back.
3 times,
Make this happen.
I just want you back.
4 times.
Long black hair, why you mad?
This doesn't count, but
Bitch, tell a fat, and I like that. I'm about to make it full, bitch.
here's said it 4 times,
I just want you back.
5 times.
Long black hair, why you mad? I can't just fell in love when you fight back. It's all the reason knows me, baby. Come on, let you leave. After what you did to me, acting like it's me. Made me fall in love.
So we got that
with you,
kind of like the ad-lib.
I don't mean to blame you, girl, you know.
That's 2 times okay right there.
Tell me what you ready for. Tell me do you like me? I've been waiting all day, ready to the PM. I've been waiting all day, ready for a DM. Hey, I just wanna see ya.
So we got a lot like want you back, oh man, man. Alright, keeping it repetitive. So seems like if I were to dissect myself, as of right now we're leaning in more to make sure the songs are catchy and some sort of repetitiveness. Whether that's through the chop, the way the song starts, whether that's the instrument, because right now the instrument is going dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, and then we got bad, man. And then the ad-libs. And it's more particular the way Shadestaken did it, aka me. So let's move on to the toast. Next song. So we're starting with kind of like we did before. So we got that dark sound orchestra going in the background.
Let me do a toast. Shout out to my
And yeah, that dun 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 dun. Well, that's the repetitive part again.
brothers and my brothers.
Dun 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 dun.
I'm disguising like I'm carrying the monkeys. Let me do a toast.
And change his voice again.
I'll be mad, I do the most of. Pray down on post. I'll be mad, I'm like so way.
And I'll be honest, because I know, I'll be honest, I like it. To be honest, 'cause I made these songs, so of course I would know certain things that I do on my music. That's something. I use a lot of weird like versus your class, like you know, like Cardi. You guys listen to Cardi? Brother, see ya. Right? When you hear that, you think of Cardi. You hear, see ya. You hear Cardi. Right? If you guys know Nine Vicious, he's an underground artist. Something that he does a lot is say what. Say what? Right? If you guys know Nine Vicious, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you guys don't know, search him up. You see what I mean. So far we're hearing Shadestaken He does a lot of melancholy sound, some sort of distortion, something that sounds either angry, not that angry, but like something a little dark. He likes to sing a lot. He doesn't go completely full out on rap yet, or at least what we see right now. So let's move on to the next one. Call out. Second time. Third time.
Wait, see? When did this happen?
We got some background sound here. Let me know the song that we had that's right there.
I just can't get enough. I just really wanna love you. I wanna find you in the bed every day. Don't
Beat
say
drop.
you hate me.
Got bass up in there, kind of heavy a little bit.
You hate me, I love you. Can't you feel the same?
Sounds are going a little more crazy this time.
I have to take down the pain. No, I wanna leave you and stay with you. Everything's okay. Give it up.
Got that butt again.
Give it up, but every song that I made you blush. But it had to say you went.
A lot of singing.
But it had to say you went.
Alright, so you notice it kind of ties back to these two. Oh, wait a second. Kind of ties back to these two. Right? I would say that's not Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD wouldn't sing like that. But the beat is similar. It's a little bit melodic. It still has my own signature sound. You just say like flat. Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. Alright, you heard that? Keep it up, black. That does that little stutter, a little bit of like catchiness, repetitiveness. So let's move on to the next one. Yeah, look, we start off already. Ooh. Something like, ooh. Alright, I think what other song had it like that. Ooh, you hear that? I believe what other song had that. And like, you know, ooh, and I don't like you. Alright, and then we have this on the end. Alright, so it's a little bit like a lot of ooh. Alright, so let's go on to the next song. Back to it. Really doing fun again.
I don't really care like a bad kid. I'ma do it wrong.
The outlet bad kid. So instead of me saying bad kid, I'm using the outlet bad kid.
Take you out like a bad kid. No, I don't really care 'cause I'm a bad kid. Sneaking out just to take you out. Beat you up just to
I
take
bitch,
you
I
out.
don't wish I did that.
Eat
I
you
blood.
out like me in and out. And I'm all style. Baby, turn around.
Yeah, boy, same thing in the background, basically. High pitch.
I don't really care for her, but she'll be hating. I gotta be careful, mostly I'll be praying. Pump on my down.
Stutter, pop up on my downfall. There you go, the stutter, a little bit of sampling again. It does this one.
You're my PSP, I'm a dope, yeah. But I'll play some games, little shawty, you don't know, yeah. I'm from D&D, cause I'm inside my zone.
So sample, we got sample again. Already in the song. So I feel like sample. Shadestaken likes to use sample. Maybe he can't, he doesn't use it a lot. But when he does, most of the time, they're like a sad song.
And you don't seem to understand.
Alright, you guys don't know that song? That song's really hard. And you listen to the sample. Alright, so then we got a sample. I'm gonna skip this album, go on to Birdie. Let's see here. So I'm starting to sample, because you know it sounds like reversed. Whatever the original sound was sampled. And reverse. It has that little random sound going on. We say again.
This happened.
You don't really care what you would say, so I really thought you were gonna stay over. Stay in my mind, I just want you closer. I was doing fine until I told her.
So singing, here we go back to singing, but it's the melancholy, alright? That simple, kind of like what we did earlier, I think, with this one, like, alright, we'll listen to this.
Yeah, once you get the band, I care what you say.
Every time here.
You were gonna stay over. In my mind, I just
Alright, kind of that similar vibe, but different, obviously. And off rip for this one. Yeah, start out strong. But yeah. Again. Heavy bass in the beginning.
I know I'm a sinner, you're a sinner too. Get close to God,
There's the instrument in the background.
Yeah, I know I'm a sinner, you're a sinner too. I've been looking for some change and I need it soon. Man, I thank God that he get me through. Man, I thank God for everything he do. Brother, give me life. Yeah, brother, give me blessings.
Alright, let's move on to the next one. Get a little distorted, heavy bass again. Heavy drawing.
Wait, Shades? You're actually him.
Very distorted a little bit as well.
She won't wait for, she won't wait for no one.
Yeah, she won't wait for it. Wait for it.
But I will wait for someone.
So we got repetitive, alright, and then we go next to this one, crash out. Kind of like that. Again. You hear that one?
Okay, fine.
Take something, I wanna crash out. She wanna break something, I wanna break down. Take something,
Hey, so, yeah, just change the voice again. Stuttering again.
I got too many problems, I can never have too much bread. Told her that I really loved her, I can never see her. Yeah, she got too many problems, she might be the problem. I don't know, man.
Another stutter again.
Crash out, she gon' crack the show.
Stutter again.
She gon' crack the show.
So it seems like we're using a lot more stutters now. The beat is still melancholy or like some weird like sound, like alienated sound. It's not like hyper pop like Uzi, nothing like that. Let's see, let's move on to the next one. Lock in. There goes that same stutter from the beginning. Vocal stutter as well. Yeah. A lot of stutters again. And the distorted and heavy bass. Combining all that into one song. 4. Yeah, 4 again. Stutter right there. Little stutter right there. A stutter right there. A stutter again. The heavy bass, heavy distortion, a lot of stutters, but not like crazy distorted, you know what I'm saying? It's like distorted like in the low bass, if that makes sense. Let's move on to the next one. Distorted, heavy bass, very heavy bass.
Sometimes I be feeling like I'm Jordan, rise like an addict, think that I made it. Sometimes I be feeling like I'm Jordan.
Very distorted.
And I've been feeling like I made myself worse.
Voice going down. The voice a little half on solo.
And I've been thinking about where it's going.
But voice change again. Yeah. I'm not sure you're in the background. And weird crazy vocal effects going on. So we're still sticking to that heavy, not just fully distorted, but it's very distorted. Heavy bass, a lot of stutter going on, or a weird vocal effect going on. Let's go on to the next one. Off right, heavy kick. Already. So when you hear fly, you know it's gonna be a shadestaken song. Crazy vocal effects going on. Singing. Sounds are simple. Alright, I feel like this one's too simple. We don't have to stay on this too long. Let's go on to the next one. Starting off with some sort of thunder sample again. Yeah. Sample with somebody talking in the background. You can never stay. The background too. The sense of repetitive in the background. We have have our latest song that I dropped, Abdul Latif. Let's hear it. We're starting with some stutter, kind of like a sample going on, stutter going on, repetitive. And there goes our heavy bass again, distorted. Still dark. Stutter again. And we're keeping it conscious. But that's pretty much all my song. And so if we were to categorize Shadestaken into a sound, here's a couple of key themes or key points that I'll put. One, most of his songs, they either have some sort of bass. It has to have a bass, whether acoustic or a heavy bass. If it's not that heavy bass, it doesn't have some sort of heavy kick. If it doesn't have a heavy kick, then it has to be something else in the mix. If it's going to be like a simple song, something has to be going on. Whether it's like a weird sound, percussions, some sort of sample, something like that. And we also have that he likes to change his voice a lot. He goes from, oh, like, yeah. We also have like photo effects going on. He also does a bit of stutter. Now, not as before, but you can tell there was always a little bit of signs that stutters was going to happen, something that he likes. Because if you listen to older songs, like first and third bass, I got a little dun, 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 dun. And most of it does sound like this one. Dun, 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 he chooses instrumentals that are more catchy, you know. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, you know what I'm talking about? Dun, 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 dun. Right, even though it's not a stutter, but it's like it reverse kind of like bing bong boom bang, bing bong boom bang, bing bong boom bang. Alright, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Alright, something like that. So I have to have something like repetitive. And you can tell by the stutters, especially in my recent song, there's a lot of repetitive, a lot of stutters, a lot of catchy parts. So that's how you can find out throughout your music what makes your sound. In my older music, you don't hear except you heard a little bit like sounds, but no actual word into it. So once I figured it out, you have stuff like alright. So you can do that with the music you listen to, right? I won't play most of these, but if you listen to it, you see a lot of UK. We have SDK, we have Fake Meek, we have OSK, Preach Boy Swag, and a lot of other ones, right? I see here NEMS. We also have, I believe, Central C. You see that? So we like to do UK. We got Kanye. Kanye likes to use a lot of samples. Right? We got Ken Carson. It's distorted sound, kind of. And a lot of underground music. Even if you listen to this song. Right, kind of that same bing 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 bing. It kind of like loops. It starts to 4 and then it goes. I can't play the whole thing, but you get the idea. Alright, so that's the first and my personal method. I know this method took a little bit long. Now I know they said there was a 2 method. There's actually 3 methods. The second method is once you pick an artist that you kind of like to listen to. Let's say we click on this one right here, this guy. Alright, let's listen to a little bit of his song.
Wake up Friday, of course, I ain't gonna keep that stress.
This is UK.
If she told me wanna see her, I just took me a
I hear that.
all these bitches on me, that's what the money does. She wanna
Okay, so that's what that sounds like. If we go down, fans also like, and look, we have OSK, kind of like we already had that in our like song. So let's see that a little bit. You know that UK sound kind of? Can you hear that? If we go to Pure Snow, we got that same producer again. Very distorted. Heavy bass. This is a sample, a little stutter. Alright, you hear that? Let's say we click on Pure Snow. We click on here, we scroll down, same thing. We like this guy's song. Look what we find. Fake Me, Half Faded, another artist that I like. Let's click on Half Faded. I think we're gonna click on this guy. Actually, let's go back. Let's click on this guy, Fat Trey. I think that's how you say his name. Patrick's, something like that. I don't know. All right, click on his sound. Let's hear it. Let's hear what type of his song. Some sort of crazy sound effects, or heavy bass, just like samples. We come down, look what we see again. Pure Snow, OSK, Half Faded. We already clicked on that guy. Let's click on something different. Let's click on Luke. Let's skip a little bit. UK again. It's kind of like SD Kid sounding. Alright, and I'm pretty sure, are we gonna find SD Kid down here? Let's see here. No SD Kid, but it's showing us more other artists similar. Let's click on a random one that I don't know. This guy. Let's click on this guy. 2K monthly listeners. Alright, and the music kind of similar. And I bet you, let me show you this guy's song and watch. We go to Fake Me. They have a playlist here. Alright, so this. I bet you if I click on one of this right here. Look, similar vibe already. Alright, so this is a good way to find songs that you like, artists that you probably never heard of. And there's a great way to find more. You click on Fake Me now and scroll down. Let's see what other artists we got up on here. Fang. Let's click on Fang. A little bit different, but similar, something that you might like. This kind of sound like Fake Me a little bit. Right, and go on, so on and so forth. You click this guy here. It's a little bit different, unique, right? You can start finding new sounds. Alright, and you're like, I like this guy. You're like, this guy's way better than. You should be like, this guy's way better than Fake Me, all that guy. You start listening. Who's this guy? I don't know who this guy is. Never heard of him. Oh, well, maybe I have. Oops.
Somehow I'm in trouble again.
Alright, it sounds good. Good song. You're like, okay, I like this. Maybe you can stay here. You'll be like, I like this guy. Let me hear more of his music. Boom, 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 boom. You start listening to that. You start picking up your sound. Alright, and you keep going on forever and ever and ever. And the third method, the method I was talking about that actually kind of sucks, but it's good as well. Alright, you go to YouTube, search a type beat. Now I already have a couple of type beats. Right here, we have an indie type beat. Alright, you play it, you listen to it. Very sad sounding. Let's say you like this. You can click on the description. Sometimes they have tags down here of other style of music that you can find. So let's see here. Let's see here. Sad acoustic guitar. That's what he's using. By Quasar. It doesn't have any other artists in here, but let's see here. So emo type beat. Let's type that actually in. Something new, something different. Emo type beat. Let's put that in here. Search it. We heard a little bit earlier. Let's click on this one. So that's the same guitar sound. Except it's different. Alright, we go down. Let's see here. It got something different. Look. Extentation type beat. Poor Stacy type beat. Wallows type beat. Never heard of Wallow, I think. So look, we copy paste it. Put Wallows type beat. Search it up. Let's see, let's click on a random Wallows type beat. Let's click this one. Different, but it's new. Alright, you like that? You like that? You like that? A little happy bounce here. You like that? And then let's say Wallow XB with doobie type beat. Let's click on that. And then you got this one. This is a different beat. Sounds good. Let's skip a little bit. Completely different, but kind of similar. Alright. And then on the right side, YouTube is really good at recommending music. Go here, you click on that. Another type beat. It's a little groovy, you know? Kind of similar, but a little bit different. And then you start picking up, you're like, yo, I like this. I like this one. And then you start to Steve Lacy or Malcolm Todd type beat. Let's just put Steve Lacy. Start to Steve Lacy type beat. Look it up, click the first one, let's see. Kind of similar, but a little different. Alright? Oh, with that being said, here's your homework. Do what I just did in the video. Find your music, literally, that you already like. Find music that you already like. Start clicking away. Bada bing, bada boom. See what you like. Click on one artist. Go down. Click on another artist. Listen to it. Go down. Click on another artist. Go down. Click on another artist. Go down. If you want to find something completely great, click show more. Click on this guy. If you want, never heard of this guy. You go down. Click on this one. Olivia Jones, 85,000 monthly listeners. Go down. And Luna, 135. Let's see. Go even more down. Let's see here. I don't even know what I clicked anymore. But see, that's even better. Go down. Found this guy. Click more down. Let's see. Rada. I have no idea who Rada is. Go down. And you keep going on and on and on. Alright? Never heard of this person. So many artists that you probably never heard of. And that's even better. Because now you get to be early on that. And also, you're finding new sounds that isn't mainstream. Sound that everybody isn't doing. Learn. Listen to this. You start picking up new sounds that they already curated for you. Sounds that they're already doing. Let's do this. Now listen to that. Now listen. So now you know you like that. And you're like, okay, let's see. This is DJH. Let's see if we can search this out. DJH type beat. Look, we got one right here. DJH type beat. Let's do this. Kinda. Not really it. I would say, let's see here. Let's put out of town type beat. Alright. Oh, well, we got Ken Carson. Ken Carson Starboy. Okay, so it's Ken Carson. Let's see if we can go back. DJH. Type of music he makes. Okay, Waste Walker kind of sounds similar. Let's see. That's what you're gonna be doing. Literally. Waste Walker type beat. See, they don't even have it, bro. They don't even have it. There's no Waste Walker. See here. Sometimes I tell you what genre they're in. Hyper Era. That's this guy's right here. Hyper. Discovered on Hyper. New Dance. Let's see here. Discovered on. Alright, they got Sleep Calm genre, Synth Enjoyer, Snow Strippers. So apparently there's a lot of Snow Strippers here. Let's put that. Sometimes they put it in the playlist because they believe Snow Stripper. Alright, put Snow Stripper. Let's click on this one. Let's give it to that. Alright. That's that don't, let's click on another one right here. Sounds a little different, but it has break me. And you think, okay, that's a new sound, but that's not what we're looking for. Click on this one. This one kind of it. Alright, and that's how you find your sound. So that's your home. That's what you gotta do. And, you know, put in the comment section if you find a sound that you like. I like to see what you guys, you know, what kind of sound you guys are listening to. But with that being said, there's no limits to what you can do. Walk in. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.